Do boys really care about how girls' vagina looks? Have you seen a nutsack lately? Not much grounds to complain. Most guys are just happy to be involved, honestly. It's not what it looks like, but it's all about what it smells like. Hell nah, I'm not even sure what an ugly vagina would look like. Everyone's genitalia looks a little weird if you look close enough. Probably about as much as girls care about how boys' genitalia looks. In other words, unless there's something seriously different with it, usually due to a medical condition or injury, most people won't be overly judgmental. If they genuinely care about you, they won't be judgmental either way. Admittedly, I have encountered one where I went, holy shit, this looks exceptionally good, but I never found someone's vagina ugly. Trust me, the brain works like me, allowed to stick in vagina good. Maybe some men will disagree, but ultimately it boils down to whom they are attached to rather than the genitalia themselves anyways. It's not like you've come this far, and the woman pulls down her pants, and it's not a really pretty vulva that the guy runs away or something. As long as there isn't like fungus or something, I'm pretty sure the only thing men are looking for in a vulva, when it comes down to it, is that you are willing to show it to him and let him stick it in. There's a bunch of incels and other shit-tier men out there who are trying to shame women over how their vulva look, because they know they are never going to see one IRL. And you should ignore them because they are, as I said, shit-tier men. Yes and no. We all have our preferences. Once it gets to the point that we see your vagina, very few guys are gonna say, hold up, I can't do this anymore. It probably isn't something to stress over. Not really, no. I mean, there's always going to be a surprise factor the first time you see a new vagina, but even so-called ugly vaginas look pretty awesome to me. And if a guy actually does care, he's a shallow asshole. If a guy ever says anything negative about your vagina, make fun of his dick and nutsack. A lot of guys are super insecure about that. Tell him it looks like a dead mole rat sitting on a grandma's coin purse. Tell him you've seen bigger rolls of pennies. Squint your eyes and ask, oh, is that it? In a disappointed tone. Scream and run out of the room crying, and pretend you're too scared to explain what happened. Put the fear of God in him. Then, when he flees the house, just tell everyone else it was a spider, but don't tell him you said that. Let him think he's in serious trouble. Basically, if he's a shallow asshole, have fun and fuck his week up. There's too many douchey guys out there now whacking off to misogynists like the Tate Bros. They need to be taken down a notch. I'm assuming by you asking that you have larger labia, or else you probably wouldn't care. Every guy is different. I personally love large protruding labia. It's very attractive to me. Some guys prefer innas. But my main point is, if you start dating a guy and he thinks your labia is gross because it's not an eye, then that's not a man, that's a boy, and you should dump his ass in a heartbeat and find you a real man that loves you for who you are. Look? No, not really. Just be clean. Smell? Yes. See previous point. Less about how it looks, more about the smell taste. Keep it clean, you're good to go. My vag isn't pretty, but every man I've been with has fully loved it. Definitely not worth stressing over. Everyone's looks different. They are lucky to have the privilege. As much as women care about how a man's penis looks like. 42 gay guy here that was with women half my life before I decided to come out. There is an absolutely amazing show that is on MAX. If you are over 18, I highly recommend you to watch. Everyone should watch it. It's a European show cause of course nudity is taboo in the States, called Naked Attraction. It is perfection because it shows all body types, all shapes and sizes of vaginas and penises. It's reverse dating where you see the parts before anything else. When you watch, you start guessing who they are going to pick based off of what you personally think, but as you go through the episodes, you realize everyone likes different things. It's beautiful. If I'm correct, you only think yours is ugly because you compared it to another you saw. As a guy that's been with women half my life and guys the other half, I have never come across a vagina or penis that looked the same. It seems that women with large labia are mainly the ones who think this. If that is the case, then you have one of the most beautiful vaginas possible. Be thankful. I really like the way my wife's looks, and I get a very close look at it often, so I guess I care. As long as it's clean. Clean is the only minimum requirement, I'd say. That also might drop depending on some people's sobriety.